Hi, I'm Ashy. This is Crafty with Ashy. Today we're going to talk about how to hold a crochet hook. If you're starting off a craft, the first thing that you really have to know is how to hold and manipulate materials. So the most basic material for crocheting is the crochet hook and the yarn. Today we're going to look at the hook. So there's two basic ways to hold a crochet hook. There's the knife grip and there's the pencil grip. Let's dive in real quick to look at those two ways. There are different variations on each of these ways, and I'll kind of look at those also. But the very first way is the pencil grip. So for the pencil grip, you're going to place your finger on this flat thumb rest part of the hook. Now, not all hooks are going to look exactly like this, but most of them have a general thumb rest area. So place your thumb on the bottom side of that thumb rest, and then allow your hand to naturally wrap around the hook as if it were a pen or pencil. So you can do that with one finger on the top and then your middle finger resting against it, or some people hold their pens with two fingers on top and their ring finger resting against it. Either way, do what feels natural to you, but this is the pencil grip. The other grip is called the knife grip. So for the knife grip, you're also going to start with your thumb on the thumb rest part, but instead of your hand wrapping or resting underneath the hook, so the hook is over your hand in the pencil grip, instead of that, you're gonna switch and move your hand over the hook and hold it as if you were holding a knife in the kitchen. So the few variations on this are thumb on the thumb rest and all of your fingers just loosely wrapped around the rest of the hook. And if you are of the culinary world, I believe that this is the proper way to actually hold a knife. But for crochet hooks, you could also put your index finger on the top to guide your hook through. I understand that this is not the right way to hold a knife, but this is a variation of the knife grip for a crochet hook. So if you already crochet, which hold do you prefer? Do you prefer the knife grip, or do you prefer the pencil grip, or does it switch depending on your project? Let me know. For me, the grip that I choose actually depends on the material that I'm working with. So for kind of normal size hooks or smaller hooks like this, I do the pencil hold. But if I'm working with jumbo yarn and a very large hook, I will switch to the knife hold. It makes me feel like I guess I can get a little bit more control and force without causing extra stress on my hand. So again, what works for you might be different depending on what project you're working on. So try out both and see how they feel. And if you notice you switch to a different type of material than you're used to and you're starting to get a little bit of pain, maybe try the other hold for that project and see if it changes it. The next question you might have is there a right way to hold the crochet hook? And the answer is no. You can choose either of these grips, whichever one feels more natural to you, and whichever one will allow you to continue crocheting throughout the course of the project without having wrist or forearm pain. But there is actually a wrong way to hold the hook, and this doesn't exactly go into between these two holds. But the wrong way to hold the hook is to hold it very tightly. You don't want to be squeezing the hook where you have pressure through your fingers. It should be a light hold either way, so that you don't end up with an overuse injury, like tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. You could get one of those with crochet. Another wrong way to hold the hook is to hold it down here toward the end of the hook. So if you're holding it down at the end, you don't have as much control because the lever is longer. So they do place the thumb rest on these so that it's about, you know, the right distance away from the hook part itself, so that you have the control that you need without having to have extra movements of your wrist or hand to control it. So in general, avoid the wrong ways of squeezing too tight or holding toward the end of the hook, but try out both variations and see which one is more comfortable for you. If you're interested in other ways to help kind of prevent crochet injuries, which are a real thing, check out my video here that is all about that. If you like this information, give the video a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching.